Markel say, child. Okay, I'm back. Child, I'm back. All right. I know I'm feeling better because I done went all the way downstairs. I went downstairs. I put it on subscriber only mode. So hopefully that'll help. You know, these hackers know how to get around all that shit, but that was crazy as hell. Anyway, child, and YouTube done limited the ads on the daggone video. Cause you know, when you spam people's chat like that, it'll it'll mess you up with YouTube. Not like I'll get in trouble like they'll suspend my channel, but it throws off for some reason it throws off the chat. So hey, Lady Virtue is back, Vovo's back. Y'all come on in. I put it on subscriber only mode, so you gotta be subscribed to come on in here. Hopefully that'll keep the trolls out, child. That was a whole lot. I remember one time I was in James' chat and Spillerboy TV, and those sex bots were spamming his chat, and all of his mods, me and all of his mods, it was like three. You know, we kept blocking and blocking and blocking, and we could not get. We could. Oh my gosh, they just kept coming back, 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 back. I was like, what in the hell? All right, little baby's back. Wendy's back. Hey, Sharbur's back. Lemon Kush, what's up, below? Hey, hey, hey. How the hell did someone get 80,000? But why? Like, you don't have nothing better to do? Like, listen, use your powers for good, child. Use your powers for good. Anyway, yeah, child. So I don't even remember. Oh, I was telling y'all about me being sick. I think I had finished that story though. But I feel better. I just went downstairs and came back upstairs. I mean, I needed to take a minute. I had to get my breath back, child. Probably was, Wendy. Probably was. All right, cross country cruisers back. Yes. Hey, Cams, what's up, boo? That my boo thing right there. Yo, Teddy, you're gonna get mad at me. That my boo thing. But hey, Lawanda, Lawanda. I did not mean to block you, girl. I was trying to get them bots, honey. I'm glad you back. I'm so sorry. Hey, Brandon, what's up, Cindy? Yeah, child. What's up, sir? How you doing, girl? Yeah. So I think I told y'all that story. So yeah, I was talking about Vegas. So I'm excited about Vegas. Hey, Remain Teachable. I love that name. I think I told you that before. I love that name. Um, um, oh, thank you, Boo. She said I totally understand, girl. Yes. Yeah, I'm sick, Cams. I feel like it's just a quick bug because I am feeling better. Even though maybe I'm feeling better because I took some cough medicine. Maybe it's a false better. I don't know. I'll see tomorrow. I was planning to go out to a late lunch, early dinner, but I canceled. I said, look, I need to reschedule that because even if I'm feeling better, I probably need to keep my ass in the house tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, I can't take off work, child. I can't take off work because I'm already taking off work Thursday and Friday. Like that's crazy. I mean, I don't want to. I don't want to take off work. Child. Even though me and my principal are cool, he wouldn't. I mean, other than just being able to find somebody to cover my class, it's not like he'd be like, no, you already taken off. He probably don't even child. He probably don't even know I ain't gonna be there Thursday and Friday. Cause I put my leave in like as soon as we went back to school, like the first day back at school, I put my leave in. You want to brunch tomorrow? Boy, you stay at damn brunch. Y'all are some brunching mofos down there in Dallas. Child roommate wrote a wrote song about it. Y'all are some brunching mofos down there, honey. I thought we were some brunching mofos up here. Y'all are some brunching mofos. Y'all stay at a brunch. Okay? Stay at a brunch. You know, football is on tomorrow, Markel. You know your job. You know your duty. You know what you're supposed to be doing when football is on. Not mimosa me down. I'm headed out to drink tonight. I'm skipping brunch to AM. I know that's right. You you on your way to a Halloween party, Cams, or you just going to hang out with some friends? This panini bread is crazy. I caught it for the hi girl. Well, y'all remember last Christmas, my sister, her husband, and my nephew. Remember they had it and they was quarantined and we had to like. Remember I was home on Christmas talking to y'all. I remember I went live but it was so many people that was dealing with the same thing. Remember last year we had that surge and oh man, it was terrible. Cowboys play tomorrow. Oh, I'm definitely leaving the house. You better get an appreciation for football. You better get an appreciation for it. What's up, Shorty? You up late, girl? I'm sick. I was asleep all day, so now I'm wide awake, child. Wide awake. So I just came live to chit chat, see what y'all talking about. So let's talk about a few things that's going on, child. I don't have no real list or nothing, but no, I don't think I have it. I took a test. It said negative. I'm gonna take another one tomorrow just to make sure. But I took one yesterday, last night, and it said negative. Or this one? No, I took it last night. And it said negative. But I'm gonna take another one tomorrow just to make sure. But no, it said negative. Um, I think I just have a bug because, like I said, my nephew has the exact same thing. Disney is releasing the new Santa Claus. You know what? I'm gonna tell y'all something. Y'all probably gonna be like, "What?" I I've never seen the original Santa Claus movie. I mean, I know what it's about, and I've seen bits and pieces of it, but like sit down and watch it from beginning to end, never seen it. Thank you, Young Rich. You know what? I need to update. I need to get a vaccine. I need to schedule because I'm my old. I need to schedule one, child. All my co-workers got the human malware. See, you know what, Markel? I was thinking the same thing. What the hell happened to the monkeypox, y'all? Like, I really thought because right before school started, I was like, oh Lord, we're gonna have to deal with it at the school. It's gonna shut everything down. Had all the gay people running out getting the damn monkeypox vaccine. What the hell happened to it? Like, for real, y'all. Where'd it go? Hey, Scotty Boo. I was over in Scotty's chat, child. He was giving y'all the love and marriage Huntsville. First of all, Scotty had me cracking up when he was talking about Mark ass looking like a shade tree mechanic. But he did show up like he didn't give a fuck. It was the flip flops for me. He had on them fatigue shorts and that wrinkled ass t shirt and them damn flip flops. I said, but Mark told them, he said, I'm not going to do it. Maurice was like, well, can you just do it for me? He was like, I can't. I was like, at least he being honest. But he was like, yeah, I'm not going to do it. No, I'm not going to stop. I said, well, at least he being honest with y'all. Let me say this. I'm gonna say this part. Just do my 2 cents. Oh Lord, there go Mark. Ah, Mark, why you show up in them damn flip flops? Why? Why you show up looking like you just rolled out of bed, sir? Why? Why? Mark, why? Oh Lord, Mark, you like Beetlejuice. Somebody say your name, you just pop up. You like Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice. There he go. Mono was going on. Who the fuck is still getting mono? I remember being in high school when all them girls got mono. They was like, it's the kissing disease. I said, oh, well, I'm not trying to kiss. Who the hell y'all kissing? Mark had just finished working on the old train. I don't know what Mark was doing, child. We talking about love and marriage, Huntsville, Leo. Mark, Scott, one of the brothers, because I'm regular smegular. Child. Child. But let me say this, and this is what I was saying, Scotty, from the chat. I understand why Kiki was upset. First of all, that whole contrived scene because she's sitting there acting like listen, I'm gonna need y'all to be better actresses. So she started off telling the story about her being addicted to pills as if Melody didn't know. She was like, then by the end of the conversation, Melody was like, yeah, because they was joking about it and everything. I'm gonna need y'all to change the dialogue. Like, if Melody already knew, stop telling this story as if Melody didn't know. Just be like, well, girl, you know what they told you. You know how they told you my business. And I just didn't appreciate that because I felt like that was a private matter and da 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 da. That was number one. That scene was crazy because it was so obvious that it was just thrown in there so she could tell her story and tell her narrative. Second of all, remember the story of her falling asleep in the parking lot? So now we have some context that she was high. She tried to say, oh, well, I told them I didn't have the wrong. I told them I had the Roni wrong, but I told them I didn't have it and they gave me some medicine and I fell asleep in the parking lot. No, girl, you was high. You nodded off. Okay. But all I was saying, Scotty, if you still in here, I understand why Letitia and Marcel would tell Melody, look, you bringing Kiki into your home. Kiki, even though she went through rehab, Kiki had a problem. That's all I'm saying. Because let me tell you something. We got a couple in my family, okay? I'm just go ahead and keep it real with y'all. We got a couple of crackheads in my family. Well, not quite crackheads, but we got a couple in my family, right? I got a cousin that just like to steal. She ain't a drug addict. She just like to steal. She a klepto. She just like to steal, right? And I got another cousin who is a drug addict. She is in and out of rehab. Thanksgiving, she clean. Christmas, she strung out, okay? So I can understand Letitia saying, look, Mel, I need to let you know this is what's going on. Even though she was out of rehab, just because somebody got out of rehab don't mean that they clean. People go to rehab all the time and they ain't clean. And if that woman went in Mel and Martell's house and had stole from them and nobody said anything, y'all already know Mel would have been side-eyeing the hell out of Letitia. Like, why the fuck you ain't tell me that your cousin was a drug addict? She'd have been through she'd have been through all my bathrooms. She'd have been through all my medicine cabinets. She'd have stole all my shit. Y'all already know that's how it would have went down. Listen, I already told you, when my cousin is coming to the cookout, my mama will call me and say, all right, I'm just letting you know so-and-so gonna be there. And I already know what that means. That means leave my purse in the car. That means hell, don't even bring my purse. You see what I'm saying? The truth is they were looking out for both sides. What that mean? I don't know what that mean, Mark. You said the truth is they were looking out for both sides. You lost me, boo. Break that down for me a little bit. Got a couple of cousins say, so yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, Leo. So I understand where Kiki could feel some kind of way about it. But this what I'm gonna say to you. Until you show me, you know what I'm saying? Like, I need somebody to know. Like, I'm sorry. I'm a social media already calling her a crackhead. Okay, see, that's why she not a crackhead, y'all. She was on them pills, okay? She is not a crackhead. But like she said, I was stealing pills. I was stealing pills. The Scots told because they want to protect Mel and Kiki. The Scots told because they want to protect Mel and Kiki. Who? Production? You mean the producers want to protect Mel and Kiki? All I'm saying is I understand why they told, and I would have told too. I ain't gonna lie. Like, if you invite somebody into your home and I know they a thief, I'm gonna let you know, look, girl, they might be reformed, but I'm just letting you know they a thief. Like, you do what you do. You do what you want to do with that. I'm sorry. And maybe Marcel did make a joke. If he made a joke, that was in, that was in bad faith if he made a joke. But at the end of the day, child, you was on them pills. And then you told a whole lie. Remember how indignant she was, y'all? She was on Scotty's chat. Remember she went live and she was so indignant when that police report came out? No, Mel from being a victim and Kiki. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I feel like them telling her was coming from a good place. I really do. I don't think they was telling from a bad place. Oh, Kiki did relapse. No, Mel from being a victim and Kiki. So Kiki relapsed. See, that's what I'm saying. What is the premise of the show now? Are they still building homes, child? They ain't been building homes since season 1, child. That the whole premise of the show changed when Melody decided to expose Marcel for cheating. But don't get me going down that yellow brick road, child. I want to know what T Kiki was going to drop on Marceau. Then he went off about what he was going to say about her. Hell, listen, probably that same ass tired T that he cheating on her. Let me say this. Let me say this. I ain't saying that Marceau is an angel, but what I am going to say is Mel is telling to gain support. But what I am going to say is this: if Marceau did cheat on Letitia, he got the most loyal side chick in the world. Cause we are going into season. We are going into year what 6 of this show, 5 or 6 of this show, and ain't nobody came forward yet. Ain't nobody said nothing. So if he is cheating on Letitia, he got the most loyal side chick in the world. That's all I'm gonna say about that. That's all I got to say about that. I haven't watched this season 1. I couldn't continue because Mel and Martell's story is draining. Child, they draining. Kiki can't feel too much of a way about it. If you want that shit, folks on that shit need the 20 cents. That's what I'm saying, little baby. That's what I'm saying. Now, I could see if she had been clean for like 10 years. That's one thing. But, excuse me. But she was like, well, I had just got out of rehab a couple of weeks before. Girl, you ain't proved nothing yet. You ain't proved nothing yet. 2 weeks out of rehab don't mean shit. Hell, they said Wendy Williams just got out of rehab and she showed up at her friend's house wanting a party. Just being out of rehab for 2. Child, you know how many people I know that have been in rehab 3, 4, 10 times? Child. The Scots are trying to keep Kiki on the right path and to protect his friends from being robbed. Right. That's Mark. See, I'm telling you, Mark, me and you be agreeing sometime. That is exactly what I said. I said the same thing. I think he was cheating with Mel's hairstylist. That's what the rumor was, child. They're all miserable. I can't watch the show. Love the reviews, though. Child. He almost got a 90 side chick that had something to lose. He must have a 9. Listen, if Marcel got a side chick, all I'm saying is she deserves an award. She need to get that damn side chick award that Melody tried to give to Ariane. Because if Marcel got a side chick, baby, first of all, Marcel need to write a book on how to cheat. Because ain't nobody been able to produce nothing yet. The closest we done came is a picture of that man's back. That black bald man's back. Now, it could have been Marceau. I don't know. I don't know his back like that. But that's the closest we done came. So if he is cheating, first of all, he need to write a book about it. That's all I'm going to say. Number 1. And number 2, she need an award because she know her position and she plays it well. That's all I'm going to say about that. What I want to know is who is the gay ones. I know it's some switch hitters on that show somewhere. I don't think anybody... let me think. Let me mentally go through my Rolodex of people on the show. I don't think nobody gay on the show. I mean, you would probably be able to find better than I would. I need Marcel's side chick as a wife. That's what I'm saying, Mark. Like, if he... And listen, I don't put nothing past nobody. So I ain't about to sit here and cape. I don't know Marceau. I like Marceau. Y'all know I like Marceau. Y'all know I like Marceau. Even though Marceau be... Sometimes Marceau be with that bullshit. But y'all know I like him. But I'm not caping for Marceau because I don't put nothing past nobody. Like, where there's a will, there's a way. I believe that. But all I'm saying is if he is, baby, he need to write a book. And he probably treating a side chick right if he do have one. Plus, she might have her own situation. Right. And listen, that's what you got to do. When you, listen, cheating 101. Okay, I don't think Marceau is cheating. But if Marceau was cheating, yeah, he probably cheating on somebody that got as much to lose as he do. See, that's where Martell made his mistake. Ariane ain't had shit to lose. She didn't have shit to lose. She was a nursing school dropout. Martell was paying her bills and taking care of her. She didn't have nothing to lose. She didn't have nothing to lose. If Marceau is messing with somebody that got something to lose, that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to mess with somebody that got as much to lose as you do. That's what you're supposed to do. And he probably treating, I just read down. Hey, Trey Leche. I don't believe in cheating, but I believe in getting your lick back. Ooh. I don't believe in cheating either. Like, I honestly don't believe in cheating. But I'm just saying, that's where Martell made his mistake. Martell messed with somebody that didn't have nothing to lose. So once the relationship was no longer advantageous to her, then she became the wild card that she is. The worst thing that happened to Martell in that situation was when she had that baby. Because now You can't go nowhere. Like, it's a wrap. Left my not a nursing school. Yeah, she dropped out of nursing school. Right, nursing school dropout. Right, my soul probably messing with a politician's daughter or a prominent businessman. Okay, cheating is a planned action. You know what? Cheating is a planned action. Um, It is. It's a planned action. When people be like, "Oh, it just happened." No, it didn't just happen. Even if you didn't plan for it to happen the day that it happened, you knew you had feelings. You knew you wanted it to happen. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You knew you were putting yourself in a bad situation. You know what I'm saying? You just don't roll over and fall on the dick. You know what I'm saying? Like, you knew what was coming. You felt it. You felt something coming. But what else happened on this show tonight? Mark told Mark, you make me sick. Oh, Mark was like, "Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to do that." Maurice said, Maurice tried to play the brother card. He said, "Can you just do it for me?" Mark was like, "No." Oh, Mark, you cracked me up. Mark was like, "No. I've been a mistress many times." Really, Leo? Oh, scandalous. Have you, okay, this is a personal question, Leo, and you don't have to answer it. Have you ever been a mistress to a DL? Like, he had a whole wife and kids? You don't have to answer that if you don't have to, but that is just intriguing to me how men can have these double lives. Do you think Martell messed with her so that he could feel important? Melody did everything for Martell. This is what I'm going to say, and this is my opinion, and I believe this to be true. Infidelity starts long before the physical interaction. Martell is a narcissist, and Martell say some crazy shit. But if you listen to Martell in between the bullshit, he gives you the story. Martell told you the reason why he stepped out on Mel. Mel got so obsessed with her career and so obsessed with being successful that she started neglecting him. Now we can, because we don't like Martell per se, his personality, we can dismiss that. But the reality is, the reality is when someone no longer feels desired, they no longer feel wanted, they no longer feel loved, they will find it somewhere else. And that goes for a man and a woman. So long before Martell cheated, long before it was physical, it was mental. And their marriage was breaking down mentally. Martell has said multiple times, and again, because people don't really like Martell, because he doesn't really know how to articulate himself in a way that doesn't come off him being an asshole, people tend to dismiss what he has said. But Martell said point blank, "You weren't taking care of me at home." And it was reduced to sex, but I don't think that's all he was talking about. I don't think that's all that he was talking about. I think he was talking about the fact that we had these kids, you know, you were no longer making me a priority. Now, I'm not saying that this is right or wrong, because again, I ain't in nobody's marriage. But I really feel like that's what it was. So the original question, I think it was, do um I think she made him feel important. I think she made him feel wanted and needed. Remember, he was taking care of her, and I'm sure their relationship didn't start like that. Oh Lord, child, I can see that he's someone that requires a lot of attention. Exactly. Do I have a question? Old school, keep it cute, quiet side chick, or new school, telling the world? I feel like Leo is a quiet. Leo know how to keep a secret, child. Leo know how to keep a secret. I believe that. So that's how I feel about the Mel Martell thing. Like I said, I'm not I am not defending him or supporting that. Like, cheating is bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you were feeling, I would much rather you divorce somebody before you take them through what Martell took Mel through. But let's remember, Mel ain't no innocent either. Mel is not innocent, y'all. I mean, don't get me wrong. What she went through was fucked up. You know, your husband having a side chick, but Mel knew about Ariana for years. At some point, she was gonna get pregnant, y'all. Like, You made a decision to stay with that man and try to work it out over and over again. Martell regrets slipping up. No, Martell regrets losing his family. I think if Martell could have, because remember, y'all, Melody and Martell been doing this dance for years. For years. I feel like if Martell could have continued, if Martell could have continued that doing what he was doing, he would have stayed. He wouldn't have gone nowhere. I think Martell thought when Melody got pregnant with the last baby with Sugar Mama, I think he thought, oh, she ain't going nowhere. I think he really thought, oh, she just had a whole nother baby. She ain't going nowhere. And she fooled his ass. You know what I'm saying? Martell never thought she would get fed up and leave. Exactly. He didn't. Like, y'all, Martell never thought Melody would leave. He never did. He never thought she would leave. Did she neglect him or was she just busy? Well, it's both. I mean, if she was busy, she was neglecting him. I mean, she may have had a legitimate reason. You know what I'm saying? But yes. But think about it. It happens. That same scenario happens all the time. It's just in reverse. It's when it's the man going out being the breadwinner and a woman feels neglected and she feels like she's not being loved anymore. It happens all the time. And the thing with Martell, because of the narcissism that he deals with, part of him was jealous of Melody. And we've heard, again, y'all got to listen to what Martell says. Martell says that he says it. He was like, I got you. I did this for you. I did that for you. You heard him say one time, you was just a teacher. Sir, excuse me, just a teacher. Are you serious right now? You know what I'm saying? And Martell and Melody were teachers at one time. So, like, you've heard him, he's jealous of Melody as well. Mel would still be with Martell if the nation didn't find out about Ariana. Facts, I believe that. They they own shipping from Mark. Are you drunk? What are you typing? How many millionaires do? Always since that Mel and Martell may have had something going on. Marcel acts right when he's near Melody. Oh, child. I don't think that. I don't know about that one. Melody is definitely a different lady after that divorce. I miss the kindergarten teacher blonde wig. She used to wear. I ain't doing that with you. Shit, I'm not doing that with you, young rich. Ah. Y'all do remember them bad wigs that Melody wore that first season, child, and you couldn't. Melody just knew she was doing the damn thing, y'all. You could not tell Melody that she wasn't doing the damn thing with that ugly ass wig she wore that first season. Like Wendy, yes, absolutely. Wendy would have definitely still been with because again, Wendy knew about that baby. We just didn't know about that baby. Wendy knew. Male fronting and y'all. Mark, I think you drunk. Mark must be with Kiki. Ah! Listen, Mark, I done told you before. Me and you done talked about that before. You know I know that everything with Mel ain't what people think it is. I told y'all before, my girlfriend dated one of Martell's friends. And I told y'all I was getting inside scoops from all the way back to season 1. I was getting inside scoops about what was going on, y'all. Mel gets away with murder and y'all praise her. I don't praise Melody. Her mellow meters praise her. I don't praise Melody. Excuse me. No, Mark. No. Mel gets away with murder. Mel looks like Paris Hilton. Oh, why do some men think you won't leave because you have a baby? I know people who have their ex so cutthroat and cold blooded and left them while pregnant and never look back. Because people in their ego. People in their ego. Such a big ego. He would burn me up with that. You were just a teacher when he was also one. They both started off they both started off in education. He was a teacher too. I'm still waiting on this man to get ready. He acting like the club don't close at 3. Child, it's 1:00. All those inside scoops came out on the show. Child. A lot of stuff that I told y'all before it came out, I was right. And I still had stuff I hadn't told y'all. I'm trying to think. I told y'all. Child, let me tell y'all. Let me tell y'all. I guess I can tell y'all now because it don't even fucking matter no more. But I think I told y'all this before. Melody and Martell would get in arguments, right? And Melody would put Martell out the house. She would put him out the house. Martell would leave, go stay with his best friend, or go to a hotel, or whatever the situation may be. Hell, he didn't always go to Arion. He would literally just go and stay at a friend's house or whatever. And then Melody would stay up all night blowing his friends' numbers up, blowing up his friends, looking for Martell. I'm like, but you literally put him out the house in the middle of the night, child. We all know you don't like Melody, but lie on her from somebody that don't know her. What? Miss Ann, ma'am, I don't like or dislike anybody. I don't. Y'all put way too much into this. Way. You don't know Melody no more than I know Melody, but I know stories. You don't have to agree and you don't have to like it, and that's cool. We can agree to disagree, love. But I'm just telling y'all, this the kind of shit that would go on. I told y'all way back then that Melody and Martell weren't even together when the show got picked up, that they got back together for the show. They weren't even living together when they got the show greenlit. They got back together for the show. I told y'all that Martell's affairs weren't supposed to be a part of the show. And Melody and Carlos blindsided not just Martell, but the whole cast. If you go back to season 1, you can see it. Go back to season 1, you could tell they ain't know what was gonna happen. Child, he still failing the open book test. Child, I know her and we'll put her all. Child, no, Mark. Did your inside person tell you that Marcel got his business license? Child, but they ain't get that deep into it. Child, I didn't ask that business. Child. Well, I didn't ask for none of it. Correct, and that came out at the last reunion. They finally gave up the ghost on that. Exactly, and I told y'all that. Didn't I tell y'all that? Little baby, you've been here from the beginning. I told you that a long time ago. Maybe I need some of Miss Wanda showing up to eat for my code, like the dishes you showed on one of your like. Child, Lauren, I don't need none of them baked potatoes, honey. You trying to make me sick? Leo, how do I feel about the Nancy Pelosi situation? I think that people are overlooking the fact. Let's change the subject. I think that people are overlooking the fact that that man went into that home looking for Nancy. I think people are overlooking the fact that somebody showed up at the speaker of the house at her home to do her bodily harm. I think people are overlooking the fact that her husband was assaulted with a hammer to the face. I think we're overlooking all of those things, and I think it's serious, and I don't think it needs to be. Um, I don't think it needs to be overlooked. Yeah, but that dinner season 1 male asked if there was a respectful way to cheat, and if you look at the Auntie Didi. If y'all go back and look at that scene, look at everybody's face when she brings it up. They don't know what to say, child. They don't know what to say. I need people to keep their hands off of old people. Yeah, it's very serious. Wait, what happened to Nancy? Her husband was attacked yesterday. Somebody broke into their home and attacked her husband with a hammer. And they said he was there looking for Nancy Pelosi. Although, if he was smart, he would have known Nancy Pelosi ass wasn't home, but whatever, child. Nobody said these people were intelligent. What else happened today? We found out that Julia Roberts' parents were civil rights activists. We found out that Martin Luther King and Coretta Scott King were friends of her parents, and that they paid her hospital bill when she was born because her parents didn't have the money to pay the hospital bill. And Martin Luther King and Coretta Scott King paid the hospital bill. I thought that was some cool shit to find out. Come to find out, Julia Roberts' parents had an acting school in Atlanta. And Coretta Scott King was looking for a place for her kids to, take some acting classes, just, something to do. And they called Julia Roberts' mom and asked, and she said, "Yeah, bring her on down." And for Atlanta, Georgia in the 1960s, like that wasn't, that was unheard of. And I'm sure it cost them money. I'm sure it cost them clients. They said that their car was bombed at one point in time. Their car was bombed. And so when Julia Roberts was born, they didn't have the money to pay the hospital bill, and Martin Luther King and Coretta Scott King paid it. See, people don't be knowing that kind of stuff. And as a result, Julia Roberts has very quietly, um, given away a lot of money to different charities over the years. I didn't realize she was still worth as much as she worth. She's worth like 200 and something $million. Like, I didn't realize that because, Julia Roberts work when she feel like working, child. She work when she feel like working. And she got them twins, and she lives down in New Mexico with her husband. They live a real regular life. They said that she goes to like the local diner. Like, and people are just used to seeing her now because they're like, "Oh, that's Julia Roberts." Like at first, of course, it was Julia Roberts, but now it's like, "Oh, child, that's her." 6 degrees of separation. That's why Julia is still a beautiful woman. Nancy's security detail will get expanded. Yeah, because I guess her husband didn't have a detail. How everybody, Julia Roberts wasn't about to pay no damn Harry to bye, young rich, bye. That's what happens when you get radicalized online in echo chambers. Exactly. Y'all know I've been listening to the Bob Woodward's audiobook. He released an audiobook earlier this week of all of his interviews with Donald Trump. Y'all, that motherfucker's crazy. Like, he's crazy. Like, I'm listening to these interviews. I'm listening to these tapes. This man is crazy, y'all. It is something wrong with this man. Like, I'm not even being funny. Like, beyond, he's crazy. He's crazy. Julia would have done a good job in Big Little Lies. I wish they bring that back. Big Little Lies. I never watched that. Yeah, Eric, and then her niece. Her niece is an actress. So now we know that this is like a family business. Like, her parents were actors and actresses. I didn't know that she grew up in Atlanta. I don't know why I thought she grew up. I mean, I knew she had that little southern twang, but for some reason I didn't know she grew up in Atlanta. I did not know that. So, child, Kanye didn't apologize. Y'all good now? Y'all accepting his apology? Kanye didn't apologize, y'all. Said he was sorry. He just said he was sorry twice now. Y'all accepting his apology? Y'all good now? Y'all good? Y'all gonna go buy y'all Yeezys tomorrow? Y'all good? We're gonna start streaming his music again? We good? Hold on, y'all. Let me blow my nose. The good thing is this stuff is breaking up. I feel it breaking up in my chest. Hold on, let me blow my nose. Yep. It's hitting his pockets. Nope. Nope. Keep your genius over there. Listen. First of all, how about he talking about he apologized about George Floyd. Now he knows what it feels like to have a knee on your neck. Sir, sir, you do not know what it feels like to have a knee on your neck. Because first of all of your wounds right now are self-inflicted. That's number one. Number two, this man literally died. He was murdered. Okay. Oh Lord. What if that was an apology? I play for the Lakers. If that was an apology, I play for the Lakers, child. I was done with Kanye when he said slavery was a choice. Girl, exactly, young, rich, skinny. Talking about something now. I know what it feels like to have a foot on my neck, a knee on my neck. Sir, sir, go somewhere, please. Please. Just shut up. See, what happened was I think he just wanted to get out of this contract with Nike. I mean with Adidas. And I think he felt like if I act like big enough of a fool, they'll drop me. But he went too far. And now it's like, oh shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I really do believe that he was trying to get out of his contract. But you went too far, sir. Went too far. He tripping. Now he knows how it feels to lose money, child. Did I take my Mucinex? Yes, honey. I took the Mucinex. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Y'all really hanging with me. I'm so awake, y'all. I ain't gonna be here all night, but I am so wide awake. Child, what else happened? Child, Kathy. Oh, let's talk about these Real Housewives of Beverly Hills for a minute, child. I'm gonna do some quick drops. I was gonna do something tonight, but child, I was sick. But Kathy Hilton then tweeted out that Kyle set her up, that this was a plan, that she see it for what it is. I'm paraphrasing, y'all. I don't have the tweet in front of me to read y'all word for word, but I'm paraphrasing. Kyle tweeted out that she didn't defend her sister, and she know that she didn't defend her sister, and she didn't defend her because she ain't want to, because you can't just talk to me any kind of way and treat me any kind of way. Alex, I've been eating. You know what? I just started eating sea moss. Maybe that's why maybe that's what's going on. Maybe my body is getting all this shit out my body because I started taking the sea moss on Tuesday, maybe Wednesday. I ordered it. I just got it on like Wednesday, maybe Wednesday, and I've been doing a teaspoon every morning. So maybe that's what's happening. That's what's happening. Is getting all this shit out my body. Oh, okay, Alex. Maybe that's what it is, y'all. Because I started taking I got the pineapple flavor. And I started taking it maybe Wednesday. We need more of these night chats. I'm a night out. Me too, Lauren. Me too. My girl Kathy, I had black friends Hilton. Child, my girl Kathy, Michael Jackson was my best friend Hilton. Child, yes. Listen, I know that Kathy is no innocent. Like I know she's not innocent. But when I tell y'all I love me some Kathy Hilton, I don't even know her like that. But I feel like we can hang out. Kathy, invite me over your house to eat a sweet potato. I mean, a baked potato and some caviar. I've never had it before. I've never had caviar before, but I've never had caviar inside of a baked potato. But it looks like a rich person thing. Let's do it. Let's do it, Kathy. I need to get some sea moss. Yeah, a friend of mine told me to get some. My niece used to eat sea moss when she was living with me, and I was like, "Girl, what is that?" But she ate it raw. Like she didn't breaking down the crap, sis. I haven't had a cold in 30 years. I started taking it because my grandma wanted my asthma to clear up. Well, Alex, I'm gonna have to check it out. Is the sea moss a powder or a pill? You can get it as a pill. I'm eating the I have the it's like a it's almost like a jelly. It's almost like a yeah, it's almost like a jelly. I'll show it to y'all tomorrow. It's downstairs in the refrigerator, but it's almost like a jelly. And I just take a tablespoon. I mean a teaspoon in the morning on my way out the door. I didn't take one today, child, because by the time I forgot to take it this morning. By the time I got home, so I had to take one tomorrow. Um, but they do have pills. They have the pill version of sea moss as well. But I don't think the well, I don't know, child. I'm 47 years old. I make the gel myself and add it to the smoothies, coffee cup. You know what? My niece makes she would like I said, she would buy her sea moss and then she would do something to it. I don't know. She would do her own thing to the sea moss, child. I don't know what she would do to it, but it was a whole situation. My niece, she would go through it was a whole process. I'm good on the caviar and the baked potato. Just give me butter, bacon, and cheddar, child. Or you could put the sea moss jelly in your smoothies too. Okay. I just want Kathy and Kyle to really go at it. Ooh, yeah. Okay, Alex, 47 years old, and you make it yourself. So I just eat it as a teaspoon, but I've seen where people you could put it in your tea. So y'all say I could put it in my smoothie too. Okay. I haven't been making my smoothies lately. I need to get back to my smoothies. She must have heard Kyle on Teddy's podcast. Child, I can rock with chicken or beef on a baked potato. Really? Okay, Wanda. Okay, Miss Wanda. Adding all that stuff to them baked potatoes. Okay, girl. I oh, I think I'm gonna do the 10-day smoothie thing again at the beginning of the year. I did it last year. Ooh, it was hard. I ain't gonna lie, child. It was hard. I made it though. Mama, I made it, but it was hard. I got sick too when I did that 10-day smoothie challenge. I got sick then too. When that stuff start coming out your body, honey. I'm doing my smoothies again for this winter. You are? I need to get back to my smoothies because I haven't been, I was doing my smoothies regularly for a minute, but I haven't been doing my smoothies in a minute, y'all. I need to get back to it. Oh, child, y'all, I've been so frustrated. I've been trying to lose weight and it ain't working. That's just not happening. I don't know what's going on. So now I'm just trying to I'm like, listen, I'm gonna just have to go back to the basics and just, you know, strip all this stuff down, honey. Because I need to fit in my lingerie. I know that's right, Leo. So I need to fit in my lingerie too. I ain't worn no lingerie in so long. I'm gonna find me somebody to wear some. Leo told me I was gonna have a man by the fall. That didn't happen, but that's okay. He coming, and I'm gonna have my lingerie ready, child. Broccoli and cheese on the baked potato is the way to go. Remember when Wendy and Arby? I do remember why Anderson said Jake. I don't even look at that kind of stuff, child. I don't look at MMA and all that. So I don't. I mean, I know who Jake Paul is, but I don't know who these people are. Choose Vanity Six. Oh yes, Vanity Six and Apollonia Six, honey, which is basically the same damn group. I'm a sex shooter, shooting up in. That's why I gotta talk to Leo because me and Leo need to have a more private, in-depth conversation. Because Leo need to let me know when my man is coming. It still fall. Don't be trying to help him out. Don't be trying to help him out. All they're gonna do is take that lingerie off. I know that's right, but that's the fun part. The fun part is for them to take it off, honey. Just wear them for Instagram and Twitter. Now you know, young rich, you know good and damn well you ain't gonna see me on no Instagram and Twitter, no lingerie child. No disrespect to the people that do, but that ain't my stilo. Child. Rashida said all they're gonna do is take it off. I know that's right. Take it off. I ain't wearing it. Girl, young rich, I ain't fooling with you. Y'all know young rich be clowning with me, child. I ain't fooling with you. But yeah, excuse me. What else happened? So Kanye apologized. Um, Let me tell you, I know one thing that I haven't. I said I was going to talk to y'all about that. I don't think nobody's really talking about the Danny Masterson trial. Y'all know who Danny Masterson is, right? The guy from that '70s show, and he was on that other show until they had to get. He was on that other show that everybody was liking on. I think it was streaming on like Amazon or something, and then they had to cancel it because he was charged with, sexual assault. But his trial has actually started, and it's been very interesting because you have that element of Scientology that's going on, and I'm one of those people that I have been very interested in Scientology. Like I watched Leah Remini's documentary, and she has a podcast, and I'm actually listening to Mike Render's book right now. Mike Render is one of the guys that works with Leah Remedy, and they've been like exposing Scientology or whatever, whatever. He was like big in Scientology, and then he like left and all that stuff. So it has this whole element with this whole Scientology stuff going on, y'all. It is so interesting. Like if y'all are not familiar with Scientology, or at least familiar with the accusations, because I can't say it's true, child. I don't know. But it has been very interesting. I watch like it's this guy that I watch on YouTube. He's a reporter that he comes out every day and he does recaps of the trial. Child, it is interesting. Because in Scientology, you're not encouraged to go to the police. So she went to Scientology to tell them what happened. It's more than one victim. I think it's like one or two victims. I know it's more than one, but I'm not sure how many. I think it's maybe two or three. But they're all like Jane Does or whatever. But one of the ladies went to Scientology and told them the whole story. But of course, they didn't do nothing about it. So, like, all of that's coming out at the trial. She finally went to the police. I forgot what happened that made her go to the police. But they talked about how he would have sex with them while they were passed out. One of the young ladies said that he penetrated her anally while she was passed out. Like they were out at the restaurant and she had a drink and she said she don't remember nothing after she had that drink the next day. She woke up and she was just in a lot of pain and she asked him like, "Did you have sex with me?" And he was like, "Mm-hmm." He was like, "You were knocked out." Like he thought it was funny. Another lady said that he drug her across the floor by her hair. I said, "Oh my goodness." I was like, that's crazy. So yeah, child. I've been keeping an eye on that, but I haven't been talking about it a lot on my channel. Um, because I don't know how many people like really follow it or whatever. But I've been following it. It's crazy. Because I didn't realize he was a Scientologist. Did I review the secret? I did. I reviewed the Secrets of Playboy. I did. I reviewed the Secrets of Playboy and I reviewed the Chippendales one. And they made a movie out of the Chippendale story. If you follow the documentary, I reviewed the documentary on the Chippendale story, and they made a movie out of it. I'm gonna have to watch it. I think the movie is on Amazon Prime. I'm gonna have to watch that. Child. I love these signs. Yes, child, that shit is crazy, Sparkle. Like if y'all listen to Leah Remini, y'all gotta go and watch her. I think they did like 3 or 4 seasons of the documentary exposing Scientology. I forgot what it was called, but it was something like exposing science. I mean, Auntie Didi, that's exactly what I was getting ready to say. Mimi Faust was a Scientologist. Her mom was in Scientology, and she was featured on one of the episodes. And she told her story. And she talked about how her mom abandoned her, how because her mom got so deep into Scientology, and then she joined Scientology, but she left. She ended up leaving Scientology, and her mom stopped speaking to her because in Scientology, if somebody leaves Scientology, they're called what is it? The word? It's a word they use. Oh shoot, y'all. Subversive? Is the word subversive? Anyway, there's a word that they use that if you leave Scientology, what is it called? It's not subversive. A subversive is somebody they call that's not in Scientology. It's something. Oh my gosh, what is it that they call? What is it that they call it? Undesirable. It's something they call y'all. It's a word. It's a word, and even if it's your family, even if it's your family, you are not allowed to talk to them anymore. If they leave Scientology, undesirable. Is it undesirable? Whatever the word is. If they leave Scientology, you are not allowed to talk to them. And her mom stopped speaking to her until her mom got sick. And then Mimi basically took care of her mom until her mom died. Her mom had cancer or something like that. And they were able to sort of reconnect. But yeah, her mom like stopped speaking to her and everything. Now, Young Rich, I don't remember none of that. I don't remember none of that, Young Rich. But they talked about Tom Cruise, John Travolta, Kirstie Alley. It's a lot of celebrities that are in Scientology. So is subversive the word? Maybe it is subversive to him. Nah, it's black people in Scientology. I mean, not a lot, but yeah, suppressive. That's it. Suppressives when they leave the church. Suppressive. Maybe that's the word I'm looking for. Hold on, I need to take another cough drop. But yeah, it is a okay. Thank y'all. Yeah, honey, it's good though. Like I had heard of Scientology, but I didn't know anything about it. Like I knew, hey, Mr. Willie Brown, how you doing, boo? Thank you. I knew some people were in it. You know what I'm saying? I knew some people were in it. Like celebrities and stuff were Scientologists, but I didn't think Scientology was considered a religion. I thought it was like like a way of thinking, like a I don't know, like a practice that people use as a way of thinking. Yeah, I heard before that. Now Jada said she's never a Scientologist, but she went. She would go. She went to the Scientology Center for a while, but she said she never actually became a Scientologist. Um, they claim that's why um Tom Cruise's ex-wife left him. The one, the what's the girl's name? The one he was jumping on the couch about, child. Yeah, Isaac Hayes was a Scientologist. Yep. Um, um, trying to remember what I was going to say, y'all. What was I going to say? Oh, damn it, the name just popped in my head and I lost it just that quick. Katie Holmes, thank you, Lauren Bishop. They said that that's why Katie Holmes had to disappear like she did. Remember, she left like she was going to visit her family. Remember, she left like she was going to visit her family, and then never came back. Filed for divorce, but she had to do it like that because she was afraid that if she told Tom Cruise she wanted a divorce, that he would keep her daughter, like he would try to keep the daughter or whatever. Basically, the same thing he did to Nicole Kidman. You know how he did Nicole Kidman, child. And he kept them kids from Nicole Kidman. This reminds me of that show I watched, Escaping Polygamy. It was good. Ooh, Escaping Polygamy. Will Smith is a Scientologist. Oh, I didn't know he confirmed that he was a Scientologist. Okay. But I knew that him and Jada had gone to the Scientology Center. Like I knew they had gone and that kind of thing. And see, Leah Remini, she was a Scientologist her whole life because her mom was a Scientologist. Yeah, I didn't. I never heard Will Smith confirm it, but I know that, like I said, I know they went to the Scientology Center, but I never heard either one of them. And Jada said she wasn't. She came out and said she was not a Scientologist. Shoot, that Mormon got some stuff going on with them too, honey. The Mormons got a lot going on too, child. I heard Tiffany had to say she learned how to read through Scientology. Well, she don't read that well, child. Let me tell you something. Whew, child. I I got her book on tape and she read it, baby. She need to keep her day job because she can't read. You hear what I'm telling you? She can't read. So Scientology taught her how to read. They failed. They failed. There's a political commercial in our mayoral race that the black candidate praised Scientology. Ooh, where you live? Where you live, Auntie Didi? Don't I mean you don't have to. I mean because the reason why I say that is because there are certain parts of the country that are very heavy, like in Clearwater, Florida. Like it's all like the whole, like 90% of the town is Scientologists. So that's why I was asking. Child, not the Mormons was committing EBT fraud. What? Not leave them clear people alone. Oh yeah, Los Angeles. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's heavy Scientology area over there. And it's funny because I remember as a kid in the morning, while I was drinking my cereal or whatever, eating my cereal. I said drinking my cereal. In the morning, I remember watching. It would be this commercial. It would be this commercial advertising Dianetics. Now I don't know if y'all remember or not. It was talking about Dianetics and this, these books, and it was like these 3 books or whatever. And they just show that commercial every morning on, because the channel I used to look at while I was eating my cereal in the morning. Child, because I'm gonna be honest with you, I used to like the 500 Club. I used to look at Tammy Faye Baker every morning. I thought she was funny. And I would look at it, and then whatever channel my cartoons came on. And I did not know that Dianetics, that is Scientology. Though Dianetics is Scientology, y'all. So people would be buying those books, and they were advertising as, manifesting your positivity, and they that's how they advertised it. And I did not know until I started watching the documentary on surviving Scientology, or whatever it's called. It's basically like a surviving Scientology. I said, they showed the commercial, and I said, wait a minute. Dianetics is I never knew. I never bought the books or nothing, but I never knew. Yep, L. Ron Hubbard. Yep. But they would show the Dianetics commercials during the damn 700 Club. I said, what kind of... Now that I think back on it, I'm like, what kind of craziness is that? Yep. I did not know that Dianetics was Scientology. But I remembered when I looked at the documentary and they showed the commercial, because they were talking about, the documentary goes to like the whole history. I said, wait a minute, I remember those commercials. Never knew that. Never knew. So yeah, his trial has started, and it ain't sounding good, child. Dr. Bragg on YouTube is one. What? I don't know who that is, but okay. Jada has been a long time member, and they briefly opened a Scientology school, but correct, Will has never confirmed. Ooh, I didn't know. I do remember they opening up a school though. I didn't know it was a Scientology school, but I do remember them talking about opening up a school, child. At one point in time, everybody was opening up schools, but I remember that now. I do remember that now. You saying that, Alex? It was a major group in Utah called the FLDS. Leader was a P, and a lot of his members committing EBT fraud. He's still leading his groups in jail. Ooh, not in jail. Chad, I ain't fooling with you, Young Rich. I know it's a political stunt by the opposition. Wow, I never heard of this. You never heard of Scientology, Rashida? Or you didn't know about the trial? Hold on, let me get a cough drop, child. I meant to get a cough drop a second ago, but let me put one in my mouth now. Yeah, honey. I don't like these cough drops, y'all. I like the ones that... This one, it seems like it's more candy. I like the ones like the Halls that, like, you put them in your mouth and you be like, yes. Hey, Tiny Curl. Yeah, Jada said... I remember Jada, she said that on the Red Table Talk, that she wasn't a Scientologist. She said that on the Red Table Talk. But I do remember them opening up a school. Leo, it didn't come out yet. It don't come out till next weekend, right? I know they had the premiere, but Black Panther don't come out. I'm gonna go see it though. Okay, their school got heat because they were teaching science. Child, like I said, I remember them opening up a school. Cause weren't their kids going to the school at one time? Willow and Jada going at one time. I heard the Scientology requirements measures. They pressure you to buy books and come to the class. Yeah, the way it works, it's almost like a pyramid scheme. So the way it was explained, let me say that. The way it was explained is, what's up, DMV? Hey, boo. It's like a hierarchy. It's like a ladder that you climb. And the more classes that you take, the higher you climb up the ladder. But the classes are like $10,000 a piece, right? So people literally are like taking out mortgages on their homes. People are literally like maxing out, credit cards, because in order to be a good Scientologist, you have to climb the ladder to the top. Like, I'm oversimplifying it, but that's essentially what it is, child. So a lot of people in Scientology, they end up, and the thing with something like that is, even when you start feeling like this is too much, this is too much, this is too much, you realize how much money you done spent, and it's almost like, well, I might as well just stay in it now because I've already spent this much money. So that's the way it was explained. Now, like I said, I ain't no Scientologist. Jada had Leia on the red table talking, allowing her to tell all about Scientology. I don't think she would allow that if she was still a Scientologist. Mm-hmm. Jada said she's researched all religions to see if she belongs to any, but she's not religious. Mm-hmm. So I don't know why people thought Rihanna's song was gonna be pun to the DJ. Like, I don't know. I like the song though. I like the song though. I think I think the whole soundtrack came out Friday. I'm gonna have to get it. I'll probably download it this weekend. But yeah, y'all go watch the doc. It's good. It really like. And now she does the podcast. Her and Mike Render, they do the podcast. So I love read. I mean, I was looking at the documentary on HBO called The Secret. It's called The Secret. No, The Vow, and it was about another cult. Ooh, I heard the Donda Academy closed and opened back up to say that it did, child. You have a cold. I got something. Yeah, I think I just got like a little bug. That's why I'm up, y'all, because I've been asleep all day. But I'm about to get off here in a little while. I've been on here for an hour, really about an hour and a half if you count that first live where we got spammed, honey. Child, y'all know them cult leaders, they so charismatic, honey. Let's see, what else is going on? Victoria Seaman. There are a lot of documentaries that I want to watch, y'all. I just don't have the time. With a cult non-accredited school, the only ones I feel bad for are the kids. Like, how you going to screw over your kids getting into college if they want to in the future? Yeah, you got to be careful when you put your kids and stuff. You should watch Dark Side of the Ring. Vince McMahon. Vince McMahon is child. Look, that man was vile. Yeah, he definitely had some shit with him. Hmm. The Killer Sally. What? What's that about? What was the mess, Leo? Let's see what else is going on, y'all. Like I said, I was going to do a live earlier. What else was I going to talk about? What else is going on? I don't know if there's anything else interesting going on. Child, the Sherelle World haters done found me, honey. They've been all in my comments telling me I'm a hater. I said, child, ain't nobody hating on Sherelle's World. I love true crime too, Rashida. Oh, I love true crime. Mm-hmm. I Willie Brown, I have not seen the whole video. I need to go look at it. I've not seen the whole video. I had to do readings for 50 teenagers. What? You did a party or something? Oh, she killed her husband? Ooh. I need to space out my true crime. It gets heavy. It gets to be a lot sometimes. You start questioning humanity, you know? You never been so flabbergasted in all your life. Oh my goodness, some stuff was coming through. Child, these teenagers, don't sleep on these teenagers. They got all kinds of stuff going on. Little baby girl. I said, ooh, they are over here, child. Talking about I'm hating. Like, child, nobody hating on nobody. I'm just telling y'all what happened. Yeah. I, what was I going to say? I stand with Auntie too, honey. I'm behind on Dateline. What's the best true crime? I don't even, Mark, y'all go to bed. Since you want to go to brunch tomorrow. When I'm going to die, what's my soulmate? Those are the types of questions they was asking you. Yeah, that's not how that works. uh-uh. The young witch said certainly not hating on her wigs, child. Y'all, we are up to 8,800 subscribers, okay? We are up there, okay? I'm still trying to get to 10,000 subscribers by the end of the year. I have to average about 20 subscribers a day. I have to average about 20 subscribers a day. Now, I don't know if that's realistic, but I feel like we could be close by the end of the year. I feel like we can be less than 1,000 subscribers away. I feel like we can get over 900. I mean, 9,000. I feel like we can get there, y'all. Which I think. I feel like we can get there, y'all. I feel like we can get there. You know what? I tried to look at Evil Lives Here. Evil Lives Here scared the hell out of me. I looked at one about this guy. He tried to kill his sister and his mama. Ooh, that was a lot. I said, ooh, no, I can't. And like he had been like evil his whole life. And they talked about different incidents and all that stuff. I was like, oh my gosh. It's too much. It's too much. Collaborations. You know, Child Hammer, we talked about that. Yeah, we talked about that craziness. I'm gonna be honest with you, Trey Leche. Collaborations don't really bring me a lot of subscribers. Not like in chunks. Like eventually. Like for example, Scotty has 30,000 subscribers. I'm on Scotty's panel every week. A lot of those people don't come over and subscribe. And it's not, I'm not mad about it. I'm not tripping. I'm just telling y'all what it looks like. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Jane, girl, I can't sleep, honey. I can't sleep. Oh, thank you, Alex. You know, I told y'all what happened, or at least what I think happened. I fell out of the algorithm. Shoot, it's been about 2 years now. Because I had to delete a whole bunch of videos. Some stuff went down and I had to delete some videos because I was scared that my videos were going to get flagged because I had this music playing. Um, oh, you are Alex? You a Scotty gang member that found me? Okay. Yep, I need 1,200. I can do it. Okay, Rashida. I can do it, y'all. We can do it. We can do it. We're going to get there. People going to find you. Even coming through my feed market. Yeah, that's good to know. My numbers have been going up. I will say that. My numbers have been going up, y'all. We like the little engine that could over here, y'all. We like the little engine that could. And it's all good. Like I said, I know that there are people that have come over here from other channels. You found me randomly on YouTube, and here we are. I know my nephew Leo. Yes. And let's be clear, y'all. I'm thankful for all of y'all because y'all my ride or dies. Like my people that drop down. I know I have a lot of people that watch me that don't drop down, and that's cool. But y'all that drop down, y'all know we have a good time over here. We laugh, we joke. Like right now, got almost 100 people in here at 2 o'clock in the morning. You know what I'm saying? I'm a Scotty follower too, but I found you based on your content. Yes, my DC sister. Okay. DC native. Yes. Excuse me, y'all. When I watched the Charles Manson movie, I just knew it was based on true events. I couldn't sleep. That's why I couldn't watch that. I have not watched Dahmer. I don't want to watch Dahmer. I don't think I can handle watching Dahmer. Now, when I was younger, I did watch. Um, I watched a couple of documentaries on Charles Manson because I was. What's the word I'm looking for? I was fascinated. I know that's a bad word, but I was fascinated with Charles Manson because Charles Manson, like, he really had these people out doing things for him, and even after these women went to jail, they still was like, like vibing for him. Like they all shaved their hair one day. They put swastikas on their forehead. Like it was crazy. You found me under Dr. Heavenly. Wow. I'm a night owl too, Leo. I'm up late a lot. Living for your YouTube history lessons really be with the team. Oh, thank you, Malibu Barbie. Do I have any YouTube history? YouTube history. Let me see. I watched Dama up until episode 7. Couldn't go back. I listen. I asked James and I asked El Teddy. I said, listen, I can't do all of the gore, all that. And they were like, oh, then you don't need to look at it. I said, good enough. They know me. Listen, I trust the two of them and they know me well enough. They told me no. I said, good. I got halfway through the first episode of Dahmer and turned it off. I couldn't do it. Yeah, I don't even want to try it. I love Oliver. I met him before. He says I look like everybody. Oliver's a sweetheart. I love Oliver. He really is a sweetheart. He really is a sweetheart, child. I've met Oliver a couple of times. He's cool beans. I've watched 3 episodes of Dahmer and I just couldn't do it anymore. Yeah, I couldn't do Dahmer. I couldn't. It's too real. Like a documentary, I probably could do, but the way it's like done like a series, no, 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 no. Yeah, Manson is scary. Charles Manson was scary. And a lot of people don't even talk about the fact that one of his followers tried to shoot the vice president. Like a lot of people don't even talk about that. He got one of his followers to the vice president, child, or tried to. I don't think she actually hit him. She shot somebody else, but I don't think I could do a doc because they released the Dahmer tapes a week later. Oh, child, no. Just knowing that Dahmer killed. Oh God, yeah, no. Yes, daylight savings next weekend. And I love Evan Peters, but no, and Ryan Murphy needs a therapist. I am starting to worry about Ryan Murphy a little bit. His brain, it's kind of like Tim Burton back in the 90s and 2000s. You had to kind of question some things with Tim Burton and his brain. I found you by looking up Chasing Atlanta and saw your interview with Alex. Oh, see, that makes me feel good, y'all. I should probably do that one day and be like, how did y'all find me? Because I just be thinking that I'm just out there in Never Never World on YouTube, child. I guess with Dama, I lived through that one, so I was old enough to remember most of it. I'm going to be honest. I'm old enough to remember it happening, but I did not follow it. Like, I remember some of the stuff. Like, I even remember the character that Niecy Nash plays. Like, I remember her in the news basically, like, saying, I told you so. Like, I tried to tell y'all something was going on. But And I knew that they said that he was targeting black men or people of color. And of course I knew about the cannibalism, like I knew about, but hearing about something and seeing it, oh God. Same here. I want to interview you. You want to interview me? You can interview me, Leo. I don't know what you want to interview me about, but you can interview me, babe. DM me. We can come up with a time. Because like I said, I want to do a reading too. I want to do like a real reading with you too. I really do. Where we can sit down like privately, and if you need to ask me something, I can be honest and tell you, tell you stuff so that you can give me a good reading. But if you want to interview me, you can interview me, babe. I'm down for that. I'm flattered. Sammy Davis. Sorry about that. Sammy Davis was supposed to be at Sharon Tate. I think I heard that. Somebody else was supposed to be at her house that night. Another famous actress or actor was supposed to be at her house that night. Ryan Murphy got me looking at him funny. Like you cranking out all this murder and chaos like hot cakes. No break, no therapy, nada. Right. And then it's funny because Ryan Murphy can do Dahmer and then turn around and do something like Pose. And you'll be like, it's the same brain? You know what I mean? Or do like his American Horror Stories and then do um the Versace story. Like he is so talented, but yeah, you gotta kind of side eye him a little bit, y'all. You gotta kind of be like, ooh. He might need some therapy, y'all. He might need some therapy. It was somebody else that was supposed to be at Sharon Tate's house. But yeah, I think I heard that Sammy Davis. It was somebody else. And he did Glee. Ryan Murphy did Glee. I never looked at Glee, y'all. Really, be when you get a chance, can you do an interview with your old union boss? I forgot her name. I think she jumps on a lot. Candy Peterson. I sure can. I actually am going to. We're gonna do I'm gonna plan it for next year. We're gonna I want to talk to her about doing a series on the Teacher Project 2.0 called Surviving Ree. Michelle Ree. Um, I'm actually trying to work on that now, but I absolutely can. But if I interview her, it's gonna probably be on the Teacher Project. But I will. I do want to interview her. Candy Peterson is she's like a whistleblower. She's real. She's very well known here in DC education, DC public schools. Hold on a second, y'all. Let me blow my nose. Okay, Ryan Murphy. He became friends with Nene from Glee. Well, then why Ryan Murphy can't give her a job? Child, Ryan Murphy need to hook her up with a job then. No disrespect, but I'm just saying, if he if they friends like that, she need to hook him. He need to hook her up. I love Glee. I stopped after Amber Riley's character graduated. They focused more on the new class. I'm gonna tell you something. The only episode of Glee I ever watched was the Whitney Houston tribute. I didn't know nothing that was going on. I just know the Whitney Houston tribute. And are y'all watching The Masked Singer? Because Amber Riley is on The Masked Singer. I don't care what nobody say. And nobody gonna convince me that's not Amber Riley. And she is singing her ass off. She is singing the house down. Was Michelle Rhee that bad? Yes, absolutely. Yep, she was absolutely horrible. And see, Candy Peterson, Candy had a blog, and in her blog, she would sort of. It was called the Teacher. Was it the Washington Teacher? I think it was called. think it was called The Washington Teacher. And basically her blog was exposés of stuff going on in DC public schools. And when I tell you DC public schools hated her blog, and they tried to get her, y'all, but she was very active in the union and she knew her rights. And she knew what she could and could not do. And when she put a story up on her blog, it was like, did y'all see the new one? Did y'all see the teacher project? I mean, I said teacher project. Did y'all see the Washington Teacher? Like it was like on Bridgerton when a new thing would come out, like on Bridgerton when everybody would be reading it and talking about it. That's how it was, child. Yes, I love whistleblower stories and intrigue. They really put themselves out there for the cause, and she did. She absolutely put herself out there, for all of us that were teachers at the time. Was Michelle remarried to? Yeah, she's married to Kevin Johnson from formerly of the Phoenix Suns. I like to see Ryan's take on Silkwood, but maybe there are new historic scandals to tackle. I think some of these things would go forgotten if he didn't bring them to the screen, like Law and Order. True. Yeah, true. You say we all know that's Amber. Child, she is singing the house down. Do you hear me? Yes, honey. But that is the only episode of Glee I ever watched, was the one, the Whitney Houston tribute. Yep, that is the only. I didn't know nothing that was going on. I just wanted to hear all the different Whitney Houston songs, because they did it right after Whitney died. I've been looking for him to do the American Crime Katrina. I don't want to see it. There's certain things I think he would do a good job of it. But that's just like Spike Lee. I never watched When the Levees Broke, Spike Lee's documentary on Katrina. I never watched it. Again, it was one of those things where I lived through it. Like I remember day after day after day. I remember the telethon when Kanye West was like, George Bush don't like black people. Like I remember all of that. Um, we even had students, the school I was teaching at the time. We ended up having students that had moved up here from Katrina. They had lost everything. And we had students enrolling in our school. I remember they were letting kids enroll without having all of their paperwork because people had lost so much stuff in the storm. They didn't have birth certificates and all of that. And I remember kids enrolling, basically, they were living with aunts and family members and just basically enrolling in school. They was playing in Amber's face like she wasn't the best singer on the show. Oh, she got kicked off? Because I didn't look at last week's episode. Yeah, Hurricane Katrina. Yeah, back when Kanye was saying, I can't believe it's 2 a.m. and we wide awake. Yes, I'm wide awake. But I'm like, I got to get off of here soon and at least try to go to sleep. Because if I'm up too late, then I'm going to be right back where I started tomorrow and be sleepy and wanting to go back to sleep. Yeah, I love this picture. This avatar of me. I got to start doing my makeup again. If I must say so myself, y'all, I look good in that picture. I got to start doing my makeup again. Can you tell us a little about Michelle Rhee? What you want to know? I'll tell you what I know. Michelle Rhee was a front for this whole education reform movement of the early 2000s. Well, like around 2006, 2007. And she came into DC to clean DC up. And basically, she fired a lot of teachers. She fired principals. Um, she changed. Hey, Rashida, who that? A shout out from the DMV. You in the DMV, Rashida? You got to get on a plane in a few hours. Where you going on vacation or something, honey? Where you going, honey? Um, she basically dismantled the DC public school system. Now, let me say this: DC public schools needed help. Like we were bad. Like it was bad. I'm not going to sit here. And when she first got here, people were like, "Oh my gosh, like she's really doing some things." Like she she had some wins, and it kind of got people on her side. But very quickly, she started doing stuff like closing schools. Um, and she closed a lot of schools in disenfranchised neighborhoods. Um, She allowed people to open up a lot of charter schools. Like I said, principals contracts went from a 3-year contract to a 1-year contract. And basically, like literally, that's one of the things that Candy would have on her blog. Literally, the contracts had to go out by, I want to say April the 1st. And literally, Candy would have on her blog, she would call it, what she called it, like the springtime massacre or something like that. And she would just list all the principals that didn't get a contract that got fired. And it would be a lot. It would be a lot. And every year the same thing with teachers at the end of the school year. Oh, you're in Austin on the business trip, you're going back to Houston in the morning. Oh, okay. Um um she found loopholes in the teacher contract that allowed her to create the tool that teachers are measured by. And she created a tool that was very subjective and not based on data. And she was able to get rid of a lot of teachers. She just did a lot of shit. Like, and basically the turnover, her attitude was, if we pay teachers more money, then we can be more selective about who we hire. And that's true. If you pay teachers more money, I mean, people literally were moving from across country to move to DC to teach because teachers in DC were making good money. Like the pay scale, she did improve the pay scale in DC. But the problem was there was no stability. Like literally, there were people who would move cross country, work for 1 year, and then get fired. Oh yeah, the press loved her because she made it. They made it look like she was really doing something, but when you looked at the numbers, especially after she left, and for a while, test scores went up, but then we found out there was a whole cheating scandal where they found out that a lot of these schools were cheating. It was a lot, child. I never cared for her crime, not her frying pan face. After she did her damage, she got the hell right. Exactly. Then she left DC. Yup. Well, almost all my friends who teach became administrators and hadn't been in the classroom for years because that's where the money was. Yeah, you make more money. Interesting. She sounds like a tyrant. Child was a lot. That's what I'm saying. I want to do a whole series so we can break it down and do like before she came, when she first got here. Like, I want to go through the process because it's so much to unpack, y'all. It's so much to unpack. And I know Candy stopped doing the blog years ago, but I'm sure she still has the archives. Like, I'm sure the archives still exist somewhere. So she has like where she did all the research and stuff like that. But yeah, child, I even cussed Michelle Rhee out one time, child. It was a mess. I ran into her in the bathroom and I told her that she was doing our kids a disservice and she was a horrible person. Yeah, that was after I stopped working in DC, obviously. Obviously. What year was she there? Because this tickles something in my brain. She came in like 2007, maybe. I'm not sure exactly the year, but like maybe 2006, 2007, maybe. No, 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 no. I don't. You know what? I don't know. I'd have to Google it, child. I have to Google it. No shit, no shade. I wouldn't send a kid. I cared about the public schools. Well, there's some really good public schools. Good for you. It felt great, didn't it? It did. It did. Really be. You should channel Ryan Murphy when you tell the story. I wish I could, child. Ryan Murphy would have her. Oh Lord. Like it was this article. Y'all could probably still Google it. Michelle Rhee on the cover of Time magazine. She looked like a witch. Like she was standing in front of the Time magazine in a black outfit holding a broom, basically talking about cleaning up DC public schools. And I was like, she looked like a witch, just like what she is. She's like a damn witch. Teacher is truly a gift and a skill. I do not have got to deal with all the stress of badass child. Yeah, I don't even know. That's why I got to get out. I ain't lying, y'all. Like I got to get out the classroom. These kids, I just can't. I just can't keep dealing with it. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. It's too much. These kids are ridiculous, and they don't have no damn home training. And I blame the parents. Like kids show up the way that they're allowed to show up. These kids, I mean, they cussing. They don't care about cussing in front of adults. They don't change their behavior when they see an adult. It's like it doesn't matter. Like when I was a kid, I'm not gonna sit here and say I never cussed, but I didn't cuss around adults. I made sure that like I washed my mouth around adults and stuff like that. Just don't get sued. They sensitive these days. They don't get sued. We're just gonna talk about what she did. Just the facts. DC has a lot of charges. Well, they don't have as many as they used to, but they do. Shoot, at one point in time, I feel like everybody and their cousin was opening up a charter school, but they've closed a lot of the charter schools over the last couple of years, the ones that weren't performing and stuff like that. I couldn't do that last night, prove that. Child. I think that would be an interesting miniseries. I remember the teaching scandals and the test scores. Yeah, honey, them test scores. Like the minute a child put their hands on me, oh, child, that's a whole nother conversation. Knock on wood, I ain't never had that happen, but yeah. Yeah, I mean, like they just don't have no damn um home training. They just don't have no home training, y'all. I damn near caught a case last night. Oh Lord, no, Leo, no. But yeah, these kids are disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? Like like I said, they just cuss, they disrespectful, and then they um there's no accountability. There's just no accountability for these kids. They keep lowering the bar. When a kid, they just keep making it easier and easier for, and then they wonder why our kids don't know nothing, or they wonder why our kids are mediocre. Because I keep lowering the damn bar. Y'all don't want to hold them accountable for nothing. Really, B, can you get more money at a private school? Depend on the school. Like I got offered a job at a Catholic school, and it wasn't more money. Let's be honest. The problem is that they see teachers as babysitters. A lot of these parents aren't invested. The pandemic taught us that they have no clue what their kids do, but will fight you. You ain't lying. They sure do. Not a 14-year-old girl. Oh my. Yep, they had the teacher scandal, and that's the thing. Like I kept saying, okay, so the black woman goes to jail, but Michelle Reed never went to jail. Well, we had the same thing up here. It was in the USA Today. It was a whole article in USA Today about the cheating scandal in DC. Michelle Reed has never went to jail. Hell, she was never even arrested and questioned. The teachers were the ones that would get ready to be in trouble. That's when I worked at the union. We had to have a whole meeting with all of the teachers at the schools that they listed in the article and talk to them about what they knew, what they didn't know, and what happened to try to protect them and make sure they didn't get in trouble because it was around the same time as the Atlanta. And we were like, we can't have nobody going to jail. Luckily, it didn't go nowhere up here either. But I was like, how Michelle Reed get away scot free, but that woman in Atlanta went to jail? That's how the parents raised them. My grandmama didn't play. Almost got a whooping because my teacher called her to say I was doing good in her class. Right. Child, when that look, I've had to do because I try to do good calls and bad calls. You know what I'm saying? So I try to call parents when a child is doing well, and I've had to do that before too, and be like, oh no, no, no. I just wanted to call to let you know that she's doing really well in my class and yada yada yada. They be like, oh okay, because child, they don't. Some of these parents don't be playing. I couldn't be a teacher, and I applaud the ones who do. Parents expect for the teachers to be everything to their child, but don't you dare correct or question it. Okay. And these parents be telling their kids, you don't have to listen to the teacher. You don't have to. You call me. What? I'm like you might need to homeschool your child. How about that? I got my butt whipped in school, but I never did it again, and all my friends laughed. I was 8. Ooh, girl, I got my butt whipped too. I went to Catholic school, and my mama gave them nuns permission to spank me, and I remember I got a spanking. I think it was first grade. I sure did. She pulled me over her knee and she whacked me on my butt a couple of times. I got my mouth washed out with soap when I was in kindergarten. I don't know what I said, but I remember that soap in my mouth. When they leave or graduate, they're going to suddenly miss you, child. Some of them ain't gonna miss nothing. There's way too much liability, absolutely no accountability. I saw a teacher get fired because she told two white girls who gave her their ass a kiss to get out the bathroom, or I will get you out. Child, that must be at a charter school. Ain't no way in the world she got a union and got fired for that. Charter schools don't have no unions, so she must have been at a charter school, child. Because child. Now that's one thing I will say. If you're at a school system that has a union, at least you do have some protections. Everyone was horrified. The big black lady was so scary, but they were out of pocket. Mm. Yeah, that's crazy. All right, I'm gonna get off of here in a few more minutes, y'all. Child, my mother told me that you don't have to listen to your teacher mess in elementary school. Even as a child, I was like, that don't sound right. Yeah, and then now I'm fighting your child. You know what I'm saying? And I've literally had kids tell me, my mother said I don't have to do that. My mother said I don't have to listen to you. My mother said, and I have literally told parents, listen, you might need to homeschool your child. My mother gave the teachers permission to spank me too. Remember back in the day, your mother used to tell us that they better not have to take time off work to go and see about you in school. You know that's right. My mother was like, I ain't got time to come down here. And my father didn't work too far from where I went to school in elementary school, but I already knew I ain't want him coming. Hell no. Now my mother worked way out. She worked damn near in Baltimore. So she wasn't coming. If I got in trouble in school, it was my daddy. Because he worked like 15 minutes from where I went to school. Hell no. Nah, I'm good. I don't want him showing up to do nothing. You hear me? You will not embarrass me, sir. No, ma'am. No, sir. Yep. I've actually told parents that. Like, well, maybe you would feel more comfortable homeschooling your child because I'm not sure what it is you expect me to do. I sure have. Have I ever gotten into a fight at school? No. Nah. Never got into no fight, child. We were so scared of being embarrassed. I kept us in line. Child, I know I didn't want my daddy coming up to that school. I sure, because I know my father would have walked up in that school, walked up in that classroom, and embarrassed the hell out of me. You are absolutely correct. And I didn't want no parts of that. Okay. I remember in high school there was this boy that was hitting on his girlfriend. What? Child, when his mama found out, she came and chased him around the school, whooping him. Good for her. Good for her. Mm-hmm. Child. Oh man. Well, Leo, I'm about to get off of here, y'all. Well, Leo, you have safe travels. All I see is flashing blue lights and going to bed. Child, I'm about to go to bed too. I think I finally talked myself to sleep, child. I think I'm sleepy now. Um, Safe travels, Leo, and like I said, hit me up in my inbox. How my football picks going? You know what? I'm gonna post the standings because I really don't know. I know I've been doing my picks, but I haven't been paying attention to what the standings look like. I need to I'm gonna screenshot the standings and put them on the community wall because remember it's first, second, and third place winners. Well, that went left. Great conversation. Good night, y'all. I'm about to eat a baked potato. You know what? I ain't doing this with you on no baked potato. Make sure you put your caviar on it, honey. All right, y'all. Thanks for hanging out with me. I will see y'all later. I'm gonna try to go to sleep now, y'all. Bye.